Duterte talked to soldiers in Jolo yesterday. That speech just aired earlier today, and in true Duterte fashion, the chief executive didn't just talk about national security or the recent fatal encounter between the cops and soldiers in the province. He again lashed out at his enemies. Let's talk more about this with Maricel Halili. She's joining us live from Mandaluyong. Good morning, Mase. Who was at the receiving end of the president's tirade this time around?
Hi, good morning, Charles. Well, apparently, President Duterte did mention about the oligarchs in his speech during his visit in Jolo yesterday. Earlier today, his recorded speech was aired in the state-run network PTV4. And in his speech, he mentioned that even if he dies today, he will be happy because he was able to dismantle the oligarchy in the country. He mentioned about a certain family who takes control of the economy and even influence the candidates during elections. Unfortunately, he did not identify who was this family, but I think it is very important to take note that he mentioned this issue on oligarchy just a few days after the Congress has decided to deny the renewal of franchise of ABS-CBN run by Lopez's.
Right, Mase. So he did not specify who these oligarchs are, but he at least mentioned the scuffle between the police and the military there.
He did mention about it, Charles. Actually, that is one of the purposes why the president visited Jolo, because he wanted to boost the morale of our military men following the incident between the AFP and PNP. Once again, the president reiterated that he's looking for justice for the 4 soldiers who died after the encounter between the PNP and AFP. And he also reiterated that he already ordered the National Bureau of Investigation to probe the case and get to the bottom of this and make sure that the people behind the killing will be held liable, especially that military men died because of the incident.
Right, Marcel, let's talk about the quarantine. Of course, the GCQ in Metro Manila will end tomorrow. Do we now have word from your sources on what will happen next? Will the president ease restrictions, or are we looking at harsher lockdowns post-July 15, at least in particular areas?
Charles, yesterday during the press briefing of Chief Implementer Secretary Galvez, it was actually one of the questions what will happen after the July 15 implementation of the current community quarantine. Secretary Galvez said that maybe some of the areas in the country need to be escalated to a stricter community quarantine, but he did not identify what are these areas because President Duterte is expected to announce his decision by tomorrow after meeting with the members of the IATF. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. Charles.
Big day tomorrow indeed. Thank you, Mase. Again, that was Maricel Halili reporting live from Mandaluyong. Here are other stories we are keeping our eyes on. The National Kidney and Transplant Institute appeals to the public to bring COVID-19 patients, even suspect or probable cases, to other hospitals instead. Management says it had reached the danger zone when it comes to assigned beds for coronavirus cases. And the hospital is also grappling with staffing problems as it continuously records positive cases among personnel over the past 2 weeks. Mayor Sara Duterte warns her constituents that Davao City might be placed under general community quarantine again. The local chief executive says that's based on information that she received from the IATF. But she assures residents, though, that she will still appeal the decision so that the city will remain under modified GCQ instead. And U.S. State Secretary Mike Pompeo reiterates freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. He described China's claims to resources in the region and its bullying of other claimants as completely unlawful. On Monday, the Chinese embassy stood its ground, describing the Hague ruling on the West Philippine Sea as illegal and invalid. For more updates, follow News 5, Philippine Star, and Business World online. You can also visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis, and you can catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.